What is up, everyone? It's Carlton Flowers here with Family Sports Network on a lovely Tuesday night. And we are going to continue the discussion from the last video. The topic is MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling, my favorite player, my favorite Chief from the last couple of years. And as we discussed, of course, he got cut. Me, I was sad about that. I was sad because I think he left a lot on the table. He was left unproven, did not fulfill what his capabilities were. But I asked Scott Flowers to give me a report and give me the numbers, show the dismal numbers so that we can clearly see why he was so quickly cut to save that cap space. However, Scott Flowers, I want to take issue with you. How dare you try to make a point about my favorite player, MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling, by comparing him to the greatest of all time tight ends? How dare you? How dare you? How can you even make a point and call that good commentary? The least you could have done was compare him to a middle-of-the-road receiver with the same amount of experience. Maybe if you would have compared him to McCole Hardman, I could have seen your point. But you compared him to the GOAT. You had to compare him to a tight end who's not even a wideout, who's the greatest of all time. What do you think is going to happen when you draw that kind of comparison? Besides making MVS, my favorite player, look like a complete fool. Of course you're going to make him look like a scrub when you compare him to the favorite weapon of Patrick Mahomes. I can't believe that's who you chose to draw comparisons. All you had to do, Scott Flowers, was talk about his brick hands, the drops, the missed opportunities, the wrong routes, the lack of production. You could have left it at that, but no, you had to rub salt in the wound with a very unfair comparison. Well, I didn't appreciate that. And I don't think it was fair. I think you went over the line. Okay, I admit MVS has brick hands. He did run some wrong routes. He did drop a pass that dropped the game and left us all dumbfounded. But let's look at the good. He was an excellent blocker. He gave full effort on every play. And he did catch the ball that allowed the Chiefs to win that AFC championship game. He did catch a ball in the Super Bowl. However, I can admit that it does not mean that he's worth the $11 million cap hit. But I'm going to tell you one thing you cannot refute, Scott Flowers. You cannot argue the fact that this man, MVS, left a lot on the table. You can't argue with the fact that this man had the speed and capability to improve on just a few skills that could have made him a breakout player. You can't argue that fact. Why? Because we did not allow enough time for that to happen. Yeah, he's a cap casualty. He had to go before he had a chance to prove himself. Yeah, but again, you really went too far putting my man MVS up against the GOAT. The GOAT! You got me up here yelling on the channel when I've got a hoarse voice. I'm losing my voice because of allergies and other issues. And I can't even yell loud enough to tell you how much I disagreed with that assessment. But you did provide the facts. Facts are facts. I will give you that. Scott Flowers, this time I'll give you that. I'll give you the win. But it wasn't fair. It was a low blow. You hit below the belt, but the ref did not catch it. Shout out to my man Sabasai, who did leave a comment on the previous video where he said the following: MVS is not worth that cap hit. Period. Business decision. He obviously had no value because the Chiefs didn't even trade him. Like Tyree Hill, get out of here. He has no value. That's what Sabsai said. Shout out to Sabsai. Thank you for the comment. And of course, Scott Flowers comes right behind that comment, rubbing more salt in the wound and says, I agree. This guy gets it. We're going to have a live one-on-one and have a debate, Mr. Flowers, and maybe hash this one out. I'm willing to bury it and allow you to have this win, but if you dare think that you can debate me on this, bring it on, Chiefs fan. Bring it on. All in the name of love for our Kansas City Chiefs. We love our Chiefs. We're passionate about it. I might have passion for some other teams outside of the Chiefs, namely the Detroit Lions. And by the way, Family Sports Network is calling out three people in the family, namely Daryl Stanbro, Michael Stanbro, Travell Stanbro. And you know why I'm calling you cousins out? This is family. Family who will be showing up on this channel one day if they got the guts to come and argue and debate some of the topics that we're going to cover, if they got the courage to show up. But I'm calling you out because I don't see nam one of you in the comments. Ooh. Now, Michael might have had one comment before, but not enough. Daryl, ain't seen you yet. Travell. Shame, Travell. Shame, my frat brother, Travell, in the blue and white. It's a shame I don't see you in the comment section of your Family Sports Network. So get it right. Get right and get in the comments. That's all I've got for this one. So until next time that Scott and I disagree on something, you'll probably get some normal videos. The next video coming up is a report from Scott Flowers about the proposed Arrowhead Stadium renovation. It's going to be a good video. Scott dug up some good info and some interesting pictures for you to enjoy. So stay tuned for that. This is Carlton Flowers with Family Sports Network, and I am gone.